Bill Jaguars and the New England Patriots. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 30. It's fielded in the end zone. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
No, check. Patriot! Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Now it's Rudolph. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rudolph. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here's a give to Fournette. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll run it here. This is James White. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Lucky 56.
Rudolph throwing on second down. Completes it to Lee. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Fournette, a first down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to slither by. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for New England. 43 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Slant route caught by Edelman. That one goes for 24 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the handoff, it's Michel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Goes underneath here to White, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting it.
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Hot.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, now look at 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
All right, now look at.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. An example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Alluding to pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gone.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Calais Campbell in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, we got 4 down. Gone.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Gone. Detroit.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Detroit.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, will remember his rookie year and how things began.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
On second down, here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll set up a throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is White on the screen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dorsett's got it. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here we go now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Rudolph throwing on second down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Lee's got it over the middle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him. Four yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Scared. Gun.
First throw now for the backup, Bryce Petty. And that's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Petty now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Hurry up, here we go.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Here we go now.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Patriot. All right, here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Open man right side is Sharp. The gain of 39 that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Patty. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
New England. They'll set up to throw. Going up top. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw again. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there is a whole lot of it there for the defense.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 104 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Lambeau on for the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now White, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Detroit! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a dump off to White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They'll look to throw, and it's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Gronkowski with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He goes underneath for Yeldon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. T.J. Yeldon. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, 78 yards. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Petty now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And this throw will be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind that they'll stop the clock. And now look at this. Big game.
But they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Petty now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Gone!
Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep down, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the